everyone, Mage here. We're playing Armello today. It is currently available in the Humble Bundle from Down Under bundle for $12, so definitely check that out. We're just gonna go through a quick run of this. It's one of my favorite games to currently pick up and play, and I bet you guys can friggin' guess why we're playing it on this channel. Alright, so essentially Armello is a giant board game with a whole bunch of different characters to pick from. These 8 over here are the original starting characters. Each character has its own stats and its own abilities. The different stats are there's their fight, which is how well they do in combat, their body, how many hits they can take before they die, their wits, how many cards they draw, and their spirit, which is used for casting magic. Those of you interested, I definitely recommend picking up the game. They have 8 DLC characters in 2 separate packs, all of which are really fun. But for today, we're going to be playing with one of the base characters. So let's go with River here. River's fun. As you can see, beyond that, there's also rings. Each clan has different rings they can play with, and the different rings give you different effects. I personally like playing with the one that ignores mountain movement penalties. And a bunch of amulets. Each one also has their different little things. There's the baselines that just give you +1 to the different stats, and then there are others that have different little effects. Some of them are better than others. I like going with just the straight up +1s unless I'm doing something weird. The rest of these are fun, but they're kind of putting all your eggs in one basket. They can easily backfire on you if you're not careful. So, like I said before, this game is basically one giant board game. If you've ever played Talisman or Relic, you'll really get a feel for it right off the bat. The basic idea is the king is corrupted by this ancient, powerful magic and is slowly dying, and everyone's racing to see who's going to take his place as ruler. The game is played on this hexagonal map.
Heroes.
You get 3 action points a turn, 1 action point moves, 2 to go over mountains unless you have the ring I'm wearing, and entering the palace grounds takes up everything. You can increase your stats via these quests. Whenever you don't have a quest, you get a choice of 3 different things. There's usually one to give you a spirit stone, one to give you a relic, or one to give you a follower. I personally like this one, and it's strength, which is one of my strengths. So we'll go with that. Now to break down how the game plays, as you can see, I have this little grid. That's how many spaces I can move this turn. There are different types of tiles. Fields do nothing special. These stone circles give you +1 health when you enter them. Towns, you get a gold at the beginning of each morning. The game is broken into day and night cycles, so 1 turn is day, 1 turn is night, and it goes back and forth. Swamps, when you enter them, you lose 1 health. Mountains, you get 1 extra defense while you're in them, but it costs 2 action points to go in, again, unless you have my ring. The forests here, at night, people can't see what you're doing, and these dungeons, when you go in them, you kind of flip a coin to see what you get. Sometimes you get treasure, sometimes you get gold, magic points. Very rarely a beast will spawn here that you need to fight. Oop, that is the wrong tab. Your inventory, you can have 3 items equipped and 3 followers. Items you can draw at the beginning of a turn. Followers are typically rewards for little quests. There are 3 types of cards in the games. Item, which are typically you can equip them, but sometimes they just have a static effect like this. There are spells which you can cast. You can either cast them directly onto a person or drop them as a hazard. Come on. Oh, right, I'm in Clowngrams. You can drop them as a hazard. You can't do that while you're in your little Clowngrounds area. And there are tricks. You can either drop them or you can play them directly onto people and they do nasty little things. They're also cheaper if you own a bunch of lands. So we're gonna go here. This is a peril. Oh look, it's sabotage. So how these work is you can burn the cards for the symbol in the top. I don't have any matching symbols, so I'm just gonna roll my dice. And you need to roll these symbols. The dice have 6 symbols because they're 6-sided dice. There's the swords, which are a point of damage in combat. There's a shield, which prevents a point of damage to you in combat. There's the day and the night cycle. Those are a successful hit depending on what time of day it is. And then there's the wild and the rot. The wild dice gives you a success and you get to roll another dice. The rot is just a straight miss. Now to break down the different things you have. You have gold, you use that to buy items and tricks. You have magic, which you use to cast spells. You regain magic up to your spirit at the beginning of each night. You have prestige, which is required for winning, and if you have the most prestige, you have prestige leader, which gives you some goodies. I'm gonna draw some spells because it's nighttime. And you have your rot, which is a double-edged sword as it comes. Yay, gold. So when you do a quest, once you go in, you have a choice of either doing the daring version or the lame version. Lame version means you automatically get a prestige and you automatically get a point in whatever stat you're increasing. The cool version gets you the reward if you succeed, but you can fail. You have a 10% chance for each point you have in that stat. I have 5 fight, which means this is a 50-50 chance, and if I lose 2 health. But I want that breastplate. Come on, River needs a new shirt. Boo! I got stabbed instead. When you hit 0 health, you die and you go back to your clan grounds. Your turn immediately ends. You lose 1 prestige. And if you are killed by a Bane, which are the evil crow monsters that pop up, these assholes, you also get a point of rot, which is not a really good thing. And I might as well just get it out of my hand. New quest. New quest, what I want. I'm not getting that. I'm not going for a Spirit Stone victory, so I'll grab this one. So, how prestige works. Completing quests and killing things nets you prestige. During Dawn, the king will give the prestige leader a choice of 2 things to implement on the game. That's the only big thing if you're prestige leader. At the end of the game, if the king dies and no one is there to take his throne, prestige leader wins. So if you're going for a prestige victory, that's really kind of the holdout victory. Rot. Rot you get from either events or dying to these assholes. Sometimes they're a cost of card, like this spell gains you a rot as its cost. Ooh. Up. Now he's prestige leader, so I can keep talking. So you see, at the beginning of the day, the king takes a point because he has rot. And then the prestige leader gets to pick one of these 2 things. I'm not leader, so he decided to tax everybody. So, rot. The downsides to rot. If you have any rot during Dawn, you lose 1 HP. That's a flat 1. Doesn't matter how much rot you have, just any rot will do. When you get into a fight with another creature with rot, it becomes a rot battle. Whoever has the most rot gets bonus dice equal to the number of rot the other person has. Oh, boo, I just keep grabbing these. Fine, heal myself. So if I have 3 rot and I fight something with 2 rot, I get 2 bonus dice. This makes rot a really risky venture. Because if you have a lot of rot, but you end up fighting something with even more rot, boo, lame. If you have a lot of rot and you end up fighting something with even more rot than you, you're just handing them an extra fistful of dice. The other thing is, once you hit 5 rot, you become corrupted. Once you're corrupted, anything you kill, you regain 1 HP after the fight. Nope, there went Scarlet. And you no longer gain prestige for killing these things, but you will gain rot instead. The only reason you really want to go for rot is if you're going for what's called a rot victory, where you go fight the king at the end, and you use his rot as your bonus dice, and you just kick his teeth in. Speaking of the 4 ways to win, you can either go beat the crap out of the king. You do need to survive that fight, and considering he has 7 fight, that is not an easy task. You can go for a rot victory, which is you have more rot than him, so you get an extra fistful of dice and kicking his teeth in. You can go for the prestige victory, where you just wait for him to die, and then you win. The other thing to keep in mind is if the player that goes to fight him dies in the process, they don't win. Instead, they give the victory to the prestige leader. Oh, and here's a fight. Cool. We get to see how fights work. I get 1 dice for each fight I have. Every creature has a day-night cycle. If you're in the correct cycle, you get a bonus dice, and you get dice from the stuff you're wearing. You can also burn cards to get the dice involved. That has a wild dice, so I get a bonus there. If I were to burn this rot dice, it would do nothing for me, because rots are misses for me. If you're corrupted, rot gives you the explosion, and wild is a miss. Oh, and I'm going to have my teeth kicked in. Great. Ow. And no one dies. After a fight, whoever lost more HP is forced to retreat, and if I had retreated, I would have retreated into that swamp and died. Luckily, that was a draw. I would have rather had a win, but I'll take a draw. And that's what the stranger does. He randomly moves me. If he'd randomly moved me there, I would have died. As cool as the Spy Master is, I don't really need him. Spy Master's fun in multiplayer, but in single player, he's kind of worthless. So I'm just going to gain that extra health. When your max health goes up, you also gain a point of health, so that's really useful right now. I won't get my new quest until end of turn, so I will wait for that. Just go back here to regain a point of health. And it doesn't matter what I do after that. Okay, what is my new quest? My new quest is hand cannons are trash. Screw hand cannons. Warlock is useless, so I'm just going to go for an extra. Now here's an advanced piece of tech. You can cast spells on other people's turns, so I'm going to cast this teleport to move my character closer. Oh no, Scarlet just died again. Oh, boo, horrors beating up Scarlet like that. So the last way to win is the Spirit Stone victory. Is there a Spirit Stone on the map? Yes. These things. If you get 4 of those things, you become wild something or other. Essentially how that works is you auto-kill any Banes you touch. You can no longer gain Rot. Instead, if you would gain Rot, you lose that much health instead. Holy crap, Horus is straight out of the gate. And if you just touch the king, he immediately dies and you win via the Spirit Stone victory. That's basically the gist of the game. I think I covered everything. And the rest of it is just playing out a fun little board game. This does have a really, really active multiplayer community, though the multiplayer games do take a lot longer because you do have to sit through and watch everyone's dice rolls. I'm playing single player right now just so it goes by faster so you guys don't have to sit through like an hour-long video. It is still a lot of fun, and their equivalent of loot crates is giving you more vanity dice. Each character does have a second set of skins. The bandit skins are Kickstarter exclusives, so unfortunately you can't get those anymore. By the way, this game was a successful Kickstarter project, which is really cool. You don't see enough of those, which is unfortunate. We really should see a lot more successful Kickstarters. One thing I should go ahead and point out is each character does have a special ability that affects their different things. Horus's might be the least interesting and easiest to counter. His ability is he can change places with guards without fighting them. That's these NPCs over here, which is useful, but it's kind of a marginal skill. Scarlet's is really kind of hit and miss, because sometimes the game just will not give it to you. Her ability is she draws a supporter card every time she liberates a terrorized city. But you can go entire games without seeing a city terrorized, so it's really like all or nothing. River's ability is like one of the most hated in PvP, and that's when she goes to fight something, she deals a point of damage before the fight even starts. The downside is if she kills it, she's not moving into its space, so sometimes there can be problems there. And thank you, stranger. Oh, moving into my own spell, fantastic. Yeah, the stranger's a pain in the ass. He's a random draw you get out of going into dungeons. And at the start of each turn, he'll move you in a random direction. And you can't override him with other followers. And if you have a full party of followers, he overrides one of them at random. No choice. The only way to get rid of him is to end your turn standing next to another hero, and he will maybe go to them. The upside is if anybody tries to bribe one of your characters with the card bribery, they auto-take him. And once you go into the palace grounds, he kind of screws off, which is super useful. Oh good, get out of here. So when you're in a forest or you're playing the character Zosha, at night you have stealth, which means other players can't see you. Additionally, if you get into a fight while you're stealthed and the other person isn't, they don't get to burn cards, which can really lock certain types of players down. Oh man, they're giving me terrible rewards. Alright, yeah, let's go for the miner. Miner's not super useful. I mean, some of the followers are absolutely nuts. The blacksmith gives you a bonus dice, up to 2 bonus dice at the start of a fight, depending on what you have equipped. The brilliant fool just gives you, I think, 2 bonus dice in all perils, which are those little flags I walk into every now and again. I absolutely adore the Bard, and not just because he's a fox playing a lute in front of a stage full of people like he's a friggin' rock star. No, his is, every time you succeed a peril, you get a prestige. So if you're going for a prestige victory... Oh, good. Oh, I have nothing but trash equip. Cool, I don't care. What did they take? Oh, they took my more useful item. Screw you, Barnaby, I'm coming for you. What's your fight? Your fight is 5. Yeah, I can kick your ass. Fine, I'll with that. So sometimes it's a good idea to burn cards when you can, because you always draw up to your maximum hand size. Sometimes you end up with a handful of dead cards and you just stagnate there for turns. Oh, I hate the stranger. Alright, give me something good, give me something good. The downside to getting too much magic is at night you automatically go up to your max, so if you're above it you actually lose magical points. Oh wow, I don't care. Steal my gold. Steal my gold, Barnaby. You'll make me the poorest and give it right back to me. Oh, I succeeded. Sweet. Unnecessary, but sweet. So while we're waiting, one thing to point out is all the cards are actually fully animated, which is always really fun. I mean, the items don't have a lot of animation because they're just like a picture of an item. Oh, wow. Scarlet is just, like, eating crap this entire fight. Oh, that's going to give him so much prestige if he wins. Yep. He gets prestige for killing. And he gets a prestige for liberating a town. Oh, man. He is going for prestige victory. Barnaby's special ability is kind of fun. It's anytime you overwrite an item in your inventory, it goes back to your hand instead of going away forever. Not the best ability, but I've seen people do crazy stuff with it. The Banes. Alright, what do I get? What do I get? Give me good. Nah, it's okay. Stop moving me in the wrong direction. I tended to try and break into the palace just to get him to go away. So you do need to break into the palace to end the game. Yes, go to him. Go. Go. Damn it. Yeah, and you can fast forward turns on, Oh, boo! Screw you, Barnaby. I kill you once and now you're salty. Yeah, fight me. Yeah, with your 4. You're gonna die, clown! The AI gets, like, really weirdly aggressive sometimes. Completely nonsensical. I outclass Barnaby right now in every stat, so I don't even know what the AI's plan was. Maybe get lucky with dice? I mean, he survived. So there's that. Now come my turn, I can just shoot him. Oh no, he's running away. The coward! I didn't really need to do that, but I wanted it out of my hand. Huh, he died on his own anyway. He died as he lived. Like a bitch. Oh my god, 11 prestige! Barnaby, I want to show people what the... Not on Horus. I want to show people what these cards look like, and you're not giving me a choice in the matter. You need to go murder a badger. Oh, and he's stealthed in the town, which means I don't get my special ability. Darn. Alright. Hi, Scarlet. You're just there. Alright, I have more magic. Give me something good. Alright, haste isn't bad. Oh my god! Stupid little chihuahua or whatever he is. I hate him so much. Oh look, more magic. 1 point of magic. Oh, you Diglett! He saw me coming, so he put up a wall. Costs 2 to get in there and I have 1 left. Little turd monster. Alright, fine, be that way. Ooh, yeah! I got the Bard! Heard me talking and came running. Sweet. Hi, Scarlet. Well, that's just rude. Oh, and Barnaby's over there even. Ha. Cool, that means I can go murder Scarlet. Unless she's coming to murder me. Nope. Yes, go to Scarlet. Go to Scarlet. Go. Son of a... He's just fucking with me now. Freaking hate the stranger so much. Just look at him. Look at his stupid pox-ridden face. Screw you, stranger. Art's cool. Rock and roll! Yes, yes, go. Yes! Get out of my inventory and out of my life. You enjoy hanging out with Horace. Horace and stranger going on adventures. Oh man, he's not looking great. He's looking pretty poopy, actually. And the walls got turned on. Great. Fantastic. Oh, I have to go all the way over there. Lane. Get out of my hand and out of my life. Ah, I have nothing. This is great. Yeah. Oh, man. Nothing. Nothing. Ah. What is this? Oh. This is actually bad. I don't know if I can beat this. This is bad. I'm gonna get shocked by lightning. Because Horace is a dick. I wanted the king to throw lightning storms all over the kingdom. Yep. Even if I'd survived that would have just ended my turn instantly. Because lightning bolt is no joke. Great. Fantastic. I'm a corpse. Which means my turn immediately ends. We're just gonna fast forward through the AI turns from now on. Oh look, she actually got a follower. Who'd she get? Who did she get? Oh, she didn't equip for some reason. Interesting. Oh, the north of the map is just fucked for all these. Alright. It's daytime. We have 6 turns left. No, 4 turns, because he immediately died. 5 turns. Haha, I don't know how to count. She's corrupted now, which means she's all purpley and evil. And... interesting. Which accomplished nothing, because all the places are claimed. Why are all the guards hanging out by my house? Get out, guards. You're not welcome here. Just, you know, go. Walk out the door. Don't turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. I want to squat in my lands. So, once you go into these areas here, first it takes your entire turn, second you have to beat a really hard peril, but once the peril is beaten, it's gone forever, so now anyone can come in here without worrying about a peril. 5 to 6, ooh, she would get her teeth kicked in if she tried to fight him. But I'm gonna try and go there, because I want to go shoot him in his stupid ugly face. So, River is kind of a cheap, annoying camping character. Because her ability is whenever she goes to fight something, she shoots him with an arrow and kills him for 1 point. If she actually kills the king that way, like, she just wins. So if she goes to fight the king at 1 HP, she just automatically wins the game. So a lot of time when people are playing PvP and they see somebody playing River, they like to curb stomp the ever-loving crap out of her, especially to keep her from going here. And her power is purely offensive. If you're playing on the defense, you do not get that bonus. And this stealth mechanic is pretty much the only reason why this can't really be a board game. Because when you're stealth, people can't see you and you can move secretly through the forests. And the rat ninja girl, that's her power, is at night she's automatically stealth no matter where she is. So, she can be a little pain in the butt to deal with. She also has low HP and high attack, so she's a glass cannon. Like, one of the talismans you can get gives you a bonus point of movement whenever you're going out of your clan ground, so whenever after you died, and she uses that constantly. Ha, 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 ha. It's his fault the lightning's there.
You serve me.
Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna go here at night. Gonna wait for... So whenever you go in here, you automatically get a bounty, which means the guards will aggro you and start to attack you come the daytime. They will not do that at night, though. So if you go in during the day... Oh, now you moved there. Boo! They don't move during the night, so if you go in at day, you get a clear shot. If you get lucky, you get any of the items that give you a bonus action point. You spend all your action points to go in there, use the item to get the bonus action point, and you can still attack in the turn you do it. So... yeah. We're just gonna go for it. Yeah, enter the palace. There's a set number of quests you can do in any given game of Armello. The last quest is always you get a key to the gates, which just lets you ignore the whole problem of defeating the really hard perils that are guarding the palace. Like, there are 4 dice perils, and they all have the same effect. If you fail, it kicks you out, and you lose a point of health for each dice you failed to get. Also, if you're going for a prestige victory, you really do not want to try to fight guards, because you lose a point of prestige for every guard you hit. And if you go for a prestige victory, you probably will never enter the palace unless it's to kick another hero out. Because, if you attack the king, you lose every point of prestige you have. What is Scarlet? Oh wow, Scarlet's gonna get her ass kicked. Oh, the animations are gorgeous in this game. Not many of them, but they are gorgeous. Alright, what have my dice roll? Oh yeah, she's gonna die. You're gonna die, clown! Ow. Cool thing is, if you start to overkill something, the animations pick up in speed, so it's just like your friggin' Dragon Ball Z aura thing. Oh man, they eat so much shit when you overkill them. But this is very much a situation that you find yourself in multiplayer all the time, where one player has entered the palace and they're going for the win, and everyone just immediately starts, oh god, trying to dogpile him. And he failed. He lost health and got kicked out. Screw you, Barnaby. Oh, what is my health? I'm at 4 HP out of 6. You have 5. Alright. So, I could fight him now and hope for the best. Which I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to beat up the king. But screw that guy. He's kind of indignant. As the game progresses, you get more of this crow stuff all over. I mean, the safer bet is to just hold off, hope these two don't murder me, but I don't know what nonsense they have, so I'm just gonna go for it. And we also get to see River's little shooty shoot. Haha, plink. Oh no, you're still alive. Shanking time. Alright. So the king is loaded up with really cool stuff you can never have.
It's over, hero.
You are right. Alright. I just need to survive. Which... oh yeah. Yeah, he needs to get at least an 8 attack to do it, which he might actually do. Crap. Haha, I lose! Ow. Yup. I took the gamble and lost. But now we both die. Yo. The crown. And Horus wins, because he had way more prestige than I did. Yeah, that's Armello. As you saw, there was a bunch of different... there are so many heroes in this. So good choices. All of them good options. There are 3 wolves, there are 3 rats, there are 3 rabbits, there are 3 bears, and then there are the bandits, which are a weird group. And freaking Silas, Psycho Otter Killer. There's a whole bunch of different cards, which we didn't see. And they keep adding, they keep updating. It's a really active game for a small indie team. Yay. Where's Hoodwinked? Where's Hoodwinked? Hoodwinked is the one that everyone wants to see. Yeah, this is what people come to this channel for. Yeah, hoodwinked. Alright. Well, that's Armello. One last thing to everyone watching this. Yeah, comment in the comments below for a chance to win a free copy of Armello. I have an extra one lying around. And we'll say on Monday, I will pick a name at random from the comments and send you a little poke on YouTube. And you can claim your free copy of Armello and we can play sometime. Maybe be in a video, who knows? Armello!